Very pleasant. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Defo Show. We have a trivia contest working today. As Dave Gurggles, he's going to be with us in about 10 minutes. We'll get this guy out there on a golf course because people want to take advantage of what figures to be a glorious day. It was absolutely fantastic outside yesterday. Lubie a little concerned about another cold snap coming through South Florida, but it isn't nearly as cold. I think I saw the lowest temperature in the country today. Well, I didn't see like North Dakota and places like that, which really shouldn't count in statistical material.
Like the Arctic.
But, Lexington, Kentucky, one of our favorite spots on the map. 8 degrees today. 8 degrees. That was like a pocket low. Everything else was like in the 20s and 30s. Pensacola, 35. Never moved there. That's kind of the sticks anyway, isn't it, Louie? Did you spend any time in spring breaks in Pensacola? When you were in
Panama City. I did go to. I've been to Destin. I've been to Panama City.
Yeah.
Pensacola, no. I drove through it on the way to go to New Orleans. When you're in Tallahassee, you go through the Panhandle, but never spent time there. So
Yeah. Not the time that you think of stopping. And I don't know. By the time you get from the sign "Welcome to Pensacola" to you're leaving Pensacola, it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway, hopefully this won't freak too many people out. I always like it when it's a little bit cool out there. So
I love the cold. It's a pain in the ass with a baby, but because I have the combination, I have a husky who lives for the cold.
Yes.
And like he gets, we call it huskying. Like he gets so excited, he wants to be outside all the time when it's cold. And then and actually Luca likes it. Luca doesn't get weirded out, but I have a Jewish grandmother, I have a Hispanic grandmother, I have a lunatic wife. Like the three of them, like so I have to he looks like the Michelin Man. That's my problem. I have to dress him like we're literally in New York City in late February,
Alaska,
in South Florida. So it's it's just more work.
Call it a while, my friend. That's the husky. Oh, they're loving it. All right, many observations today before we get into the trivia challenge with Dave Gurggles Gergely. It never ceases to amaze me. I mean, let's look at this how it's impacted the world. We've had this clip that my assertion was at some point in time I realized that the world has gone Meshuggah.
Yes.
We clearly see evidence of that every day. You don't even have to turn on the news. You just have to sense what's happening in this country. The world has gone Meshuggah, and the rest of the world isn't tracking that far behind. In fact, in some places, it's even more absurd than it is right here. But if you think back in time, bookmakers were never losing money. Any kind of Vegas was not thriving because people were winning on a regular basis. Now, a lot of that was not necessarily based on sports betting. Most of it was based on slot machines. So, yes, okay. I'm not ignorant to that. I'll factor that into the equation.
Yeah.
But when you really look at it, I mean, what were people betting? They were betting the winner of the game.
Yes.
And then later it came in vogue to try and figure out what the pace of the game, so to speak, was going to be in terms of over, under a total of points for the game.
Yeah.
And that was clearly like secondary to either playing the game on the money line, which also was a later factor, or going ahead and either taking or laying the points and laying 110 to win 100 every unit in the process. So the book's desire was to break even, offset their action so they had an equal amount on each side. And then they're picking up the juice. That's what it's all about. It's all about the juice, people. It's all about the vig, or at least so it was. But I don't think it is anymore, Libby. And here's how the world has gone Meshuggah.
Okay.
All right, so we're still a few days away from the Super Bowl, and we've known the matchup for 2 weeks. For every day, starting with Monday, I'm getting a long list of prop bets that I didn't even know existed. And these are statistical prop bets. This isn't the Meshuggah stuff where they add in a new thing about the length of the anthem or the coin flip, color of the Gatorade that's going to be dumped on a winning coach. Those are absurdities. Will Trump crap in his pants if he's in attendance at the game, and will people notice? These are absurdities. You can bet on that, but you're really not betting football. You're just betting. You're betting on anything. You're betting essentially, literally on a coin flip for that matter. And all right, so there is some judgment involved in the over-under on the anthem. I would say that there's an element of skill there, no? Country star comes out there with a guitar and maybe some form of accompaniment, whether, it's somebody sitting down at a piano, that's going over, man.
Yes.
You can go straight to the window. That is not going under if they bring any kind of excess production. I don't know. Who would you bet on for the unders? Who's going to just go out there and simplistically sing the anthem? Oh, say, can you see? What are we talking Robert Merrill. Robert Merrill would have gone over.
No. See, the kid that's doing it, I didn't even realize it was Charlie Puth, who was this white guy who was very straight laced. So that's a guy I would think would do it under. But the problem is, Ken was telling me he's never done it ever. So, and he's known because I was saying he's famous, but not that famous. Ken's like, he's pretty famous. I'm like, look, I know he's famous. He's doing the anthem, but he's not like, at least he's not like some of the people we've had do the anthem. But they've also had people that are lesser known than him do the anthem. So it's like, would he want to use this to make the stage for like him to really take another like? So that's my problem. He's a guy to me that would go under.
Yeah,
but I don't know because it's his first time, so he may want to show out.
I think the books have made some adjustments. I would imagine over time we've seen an evolution about the amount of time, the cutoff point for over/under bets. I would think they realized that many people saw it the same way you just described, Lubie, as a chance to be in a spotlight. So you want to elongate and
Yes.
Liberace, shut the F up.
People last year was like making up lines, was restating lines.
You could end up Robert Goulet forgetting the word city anthem. I don't know. Does that factor in if the guy blows the anthem? And it doesn't happen that often. All right. That being said, I mean, these are absurd things that really don't involve any kind of judgment about football or whether or not you're taking a look at any sort of analysis of the game. But it never ceases to amaze me. If bookies were making money when all you were doing was trying to pick the winning side, how much money are they making now?
Oh, good.
Lubie, literally a full column here of strange stuff that is statistically based on the game itself. And who knew these bets existed? Who even comes up with this stuff? Team, okay, we know that team and then individual to score the first touchdown has become a popular bet. You're getting long odds on some of it, and deservedly so, because you should get even longer odds, people, because it's almost impossible to figure out. I don't care if you got Pete Johnson at the half-yard line, and you know they're going to hand the ball off to this guy, and he's going to score the first touchdown. Something weird happens. He fumbles, and then goes back to the drawing board, and you're trying to figure out, is it going to be a wide receiver? I don't know. The odds should be, 30 to 1 on everybody, no? I guess that's not true, but
no. I mean, there are people that you have.
It's a hard thing to gauge, isn't it?
Well, because the Super Bowl, they throw in a lot of wrinkles. You'll again, like Sean Payton doing an onside out of a half. Like that's weird. That doesn't happen.
Mike Vrabel catching a pass.
Though James Harrison, the Cardinals were going in for a touchdown, and Harrison gets an interception. Harrison, of all people, gets an and he was a lumbering linebacker. He was good, but then gets the interception and runs it all the way back. Like Harrison did not do that. Like
had to be 1,001.
Weird things happen in Super Bowls, like the safety thing where you rarely see safeties, and there was like 2 or 3 years in a row where we would see safeties. Like you get weird things.
The draw in boxing, yeah, or or I guess the draw in soccer, which is amazing because wouldn't you think there'd be a lot of draws? But the odds usually are pretty good if you're betting on a tie. People are assuming that somebody's going to come out on top, somebody's going to end up on the losing end of things. How about both teams to score a touchdown in each half?
Okay.
What about that, Louie? I mean, would you ever think about this? Okay, let me see. The Patriots, they could score in the first half. They could score in the second half. And the Seahawks, they could score in the first half. They could score in the second half. Yes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, who's figuring this stuff out? Yes is plus 140, by the way, Louie.
Oh, okay. I would say yes. Yeah. I mean, how bad of a game do we think it's going to be that they're not going to score an entire touchdown?
Just to have a touchdown in each half.
Okay.
So you to get plus 140 on it.
I hope they score. Jesus, what game were they expecting? They're not going to get.
They're expecting. I'm looking at. I don't know. Is this sort of middle of the road? 45 on a hook for a total. So you're looking at 24-21 puts you under.
Yeah.
24 puts you over easily. But who can figure this stuff out? So think about this. How enormous is this? I'm looking at a full column of this sort of stuff. All right. There was one in there yesterday, the day before. Some of it was pertaining to what was going to happen on the opening drive for each team. Who's breaking this down? I mean, if you watch Gillette NFL matchup, even now with Greg Cosell, Mr. Stat, was he the most serious guy that we ever talked to on the Radio Row interviews? Greg Cosell, remember he came over?
Yeah, I mean,
tried to make a couple of jokes, and whoa, I mean, you talk about bombing at the Apollo.
That is who he is. Like I like him, but that's why we used to have him all the time. And you're like, you just couldn't get into a rhythm with him because he doesn't laugh. He just doesn't like Howard Beck. We eventually got Howard Beck to loosen up, so we would have him on because he would laugh. Like it became our goal to like for you to make him laugh. Like if you would make him chuckle at least once every interview, so it was worth it. Like Cosell never broke character. Like
it was more like, that's very funny, Defo. Now, if you really look at the NBA, like, Howard, man, loosen up.
Cosell never did that. Like Cosell would be purely stat guy.
Oh my
like, what's the point?
I don't remember what I said to the guy and try and loosen him up. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you were talking about yesterday with Rick Barry. That turned out to be one of our best interviews ever in terms of you're just spellbound by this guy and his total recall of everything. First off, and then a lot of his theories, which I don't know, why isn't he more respected as a voice in what's right and wrong with the game of basketball? Rick Barry. Who knows it better than he does, man? The guy was averaging 60 a game. It was unbelievable.
He's one of the rare dudes that won
in the NBA too. What was that?
He's one of the rare dudes that won a title with no help. Like people will talk about LeBron and Hakeem. Like that Golden State Warrior team was not great. It was bearing a lot of good. Like
damn, Nate Thurman on that team, was he their center? Gurggles.
If Nate Thurman, that's different because I know he's Hall of Fame caliber player, but from what I know, it's before my time. People talk about that team like it was Rick Barry and a bunch of nice players in an era of great teams. Like that's how good Rick Barry was. Like
unbelievable.
Next level as a scorer.
I mean, I got to see him play. We thought it was a bit of a chucker, but it was excusable because he was a chucker that was efficient as a chucker. All right, I have this, and we're going to bring in Dave Gergely for the trivia challenge here. And I have the Winter Olympics guide here, Lubie. So, and I was trying to figure out what it is I'm going to be watching. Am I going to zero in? Now, what's great is there's always something on. But then you realize you have no life when you are, and today's TV fanfare, I think it begins early in the morning, it may already be started, is mixed doubles curling.
That's what it was. Is that really?
Now, is that, people always argued whether bowling or golf was a sport. Is curling a sport? I mean, would you not consider that 1,000% a game? What athleticism does it take?
I don't know.
Except not to fall down while you're sweeping. And why can't I get the house cleaners that I have to sweep like that?
Why don't they sweep like that? My maid
I don't ever see them digging like that. No. It's a little fluff piece there and there. It's like, Skippy might have left something there on the floor. Is there any chance you got some kind of fluid? Bookies have to be making a fortune now, Libby. I mean, with all of this, imagine that they've expanded to like zillions of possibilities where at one time it was, and I think the lead singer from Three Dog Night just checked out the other day. Is that possible? There was like one way to bet. That was it.
Gambling. This gentleman fits right in. Like he's waiting in the wings
for a degenerate. Anybody call for a degenerate?
Exactly. Like why is he waiting
for one? We got Dave Gergely. What are you doing, kid? How are you?
Doing fine. Just a little under the weather. I got one of these wicked colds.
No, everybody's.
That's okay. So I'll finish out today, and I'm off. Luckily, I'm off over the weekend. So it's one of those ones where you throw everything at it: chicken noodle soup, Tylenol, Theraflu, everything. Just give it all to me.
I see you as some kind of holistic guy, Gurggles. You
no.
Technology. So you're gargling with virtually every minute.
Yeah, anything I can find. I'm drinking hot tea now in a mug.
Paxlovid.
That's okay.
Paxlovid.
It could be COVID. All right. No. Okay. Well, we'll get you in and out of here then as quickly as we can, so you can get back to. I mean, maybe forgetting about it for a few minutes probably is good, but we'll see if that can happen. I always try to work when I had wicked colds. Lubie is aware of this. And it was a disaster.
Oh, yeah, because you would get the coughing thing. Like that's your one notorious thing. You would have to cough incessantly.
Man, when I get it going, it's ridiculous.
An interview, it's like okay.
So, I guess you know what? I just I flipped on one of those little tests on that come up like if you're over 70. Take this quiz, and if you do favorably on it, you'll live to be 100. There were a few things I'm not very adept at anymore, but I realized that a couple of those things, like being able to deal with small affairs around the house, I was never good at. So I guess that doesn't count. All right, here we go. Dial us up if you want to play the trivia challenge. 954-417-0070. 954-417-0070. If you'd like to play the trivia challenge. Dave Gurggles Gergely going to be tossing out the questions here. And I don't know. We have like a mock prize, I guess we give away now. You'll get the Medal of Freedom or whatever that is that Trumpster's putting on all of these
Nobel
guys.
Prize. Anyone can have it now. We'll give you a Nobel Prize.
Here it is.
All
Who
right.
is the most? What do these three people have in common, Gurggles? I'm going Juan Antonio Samaranch, Sepp Blatter, Tom Homan, the head of the ICE people.
None of them were part of the Marx Brothers.
All of them are notorious for taking bribes. Unbelievable. All right, let's get into it, Dave. Are you ready to go? All right,
Yeah.
we're going to fire up our first set of questions. Once again, the number 954-417-0070. Here we go.
A little easy baseball. This former player and manager on wagering said, "I'd be willing to bet you, if I was a betting man, that I never bet on baseball." What's that? Pete Rose, Axl Rose, Charlie Rose, or Rose Marie?
Would you say overall, from a PR standpoint, Pete didn't handle that well?
Right.
Denial's a good thing, though. Now, all right, we have Ron after the scrambler rolls. Ron,
This is era.
Good morning.
What-
Good
what
morning,
woman?
fellas. Let's go with A.
Good morning, Ron.
Ronnie, you're in the game.
Boy, Ron. NFL. Contrary to popular belief that the Super Bowl was named after Lamar Hunt's granddaughter while she was playing with a Super Ball, actually, the AFL and NFL heads were enjoying a bowl of soup, and they both agreed it was super. True or false?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's got to be false.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's false. Give it a shot.
What was your head blocked up when you came up with that? You were
I was
thinking
like,
soup. You were
soup.
thinking soup. Nice. All right.
It's super.
Very relatable.
All right.
Let's enjoy it. 2 for 2, Ronnie. You sniffed that out very
Who
easy.
was the first pop or rock artist to headline a Super Bowl halftime show? Garth Brooks, U2, Michael Jackson, Def Leppard.
Oh, boy. Let's go Garth Brooks.
Garth.
It
No,
was MJ, right?
it's country. It's Michael Jackson, as a matter of fact.
It was a big
Michael
deal.
Jackson. Very nice. All right. You're going for 7.
All right, let's give you another Super Bowl question. What team became the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl?
Good question.
It was Super Bowl 15. I'll give you that hint.
All right.
Was it Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Philadelphia Eagles, Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Oakland Raiders.
And
Raiders.
they're not mistaken. They beat my Eagles that year. That's exactly correct.
Yes.
Good job,
We're all on that. All right. Good job, Ron. Starts us out with a 7
Ron.
spot here.
Finals, my friend.
It's the trivia challenge. You can dial us up if you want to play. 954-417-0070. 954-417-0070. Now, Gurggles, I don't know if did you hand Lubie a Perdomo? And well, I don't know if you've seen him since the birth of young Lubie.
No, I didn't. No, I haven't seen him since then. I've been trying to get out there, but I've just been under the weather.
It'd be very
I'm,
appropriate, though. I mean,
I
'cause-
have a Perdomo cigar for him.
very good. And what would you say? I mean, in terms of describing its greatness.
I would say that you've got 3 blessings in your life: your son, your wife, and the Perdomo cigar. So
Very
I
nice.
won't rank them in any order, but all 3 of them are excellent.
All right. And where do you get them? What's the address?
5150 Northwest 167th Street, off the Palmetto on the south side, little east of the Home Depot, or right here at the golf course. When you're coming out to play, we got the 10th anniversary right here, the Churchill and the smaller version too. But go down to Perdomo, see Bruce right in there. He's the maitre d', if you will, of the cigar company. And it was just Nick's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday.
And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 grandkids now. God bless him.
It's a nice collection. All right. Well, we're ready for our next set of questions. That was sort of like prodding you through that there, Gurggles, as we set this thing up. And this is remarkable, too. I think if it turns out the way that the odds with the scrambler are very heavily favored in this man's direction. So here's our next set of questions.
Golf. This commentator, after a rain-soaked 3rd round at the Atlanta Country Club, said, "Wow, brutal weather for round 3. On the bright side, the flowers on Duffy Waldorf short needed the rain." Who was Roger Maltby, Roger Repose, Roger Maris, or Neil Rogers?
Maltby, wow. All right. So here's a scrambler. And as Lubie was pointing out the other day, we've seen and this was chat line stuff, but it was remarkable. We've had guys that were getting arrested. We've had guys that were on, part of the Mariel boat lift calling in the shows. We've had people under a variety of circumstances, chased by ICE in Minneapolis, on the ground as they called us. Unfortunately, pulled out their phone. But I don't think ever while in surgery or shortly thereafter. So the Scrambler lands on the Andy Man. Andy Man, I guess the magic question. Well, you've answered part of it. You're here. How are you?
Yes.
I'm here. Nothing really got accomplished, but I'm no worse than I was before. So
I guess that's a win.
Oh yeah, nothing accomplished. That's what the final diagnosis
yeah,
was.
they went in, but they couldn't fix nothing. So,
All right.
I'm fine. I just don't do 70 push-ups. So I mean,
There you go.
what are we talking about?
True or false?
Good.
True or false Super Bowl. This date in 1991, Howard Stern kissed NFL New York Giants Leonard Marshall's derriere over a bet Stern lost, claiming the Giants would lose the Super Bowl when they actually won. True or false?
I'll say true.
It is true.
I say true.
Well done.
That sounds very stern. Yeah.
Good way to promote your Super Bowl coverage, having a bet like that. And I believe it was one of the props that I have gone over.
That's funny.
All right, 2 for 2, Andy. Going for 5.
All right, let's take you back to Super Bowl 27. Who caught the I'm sorry, Super Bowl 1980, the Super Bowl 15. No, that's not it either. Here we go. Super Bowl 43, 2008. Who caught the game-winning touchdown in the 2008 Super Bowl? Larry Fitzgerald, Santonio Holmes, Heinz Ward, or Steve Smith Jr.?
I guess it was Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, nice. Whatever was in that anesthesia has your mind super sharp. You're possibly going to sweep the board here against.
You're about to get a
Dude.
sweep.
I'm on two, so I'll be disqualified.
You're half incoherent.
Gurggles is tossing. He's out there like Mitch Williams.
Passed out. You're incoherent.
He's half passed out. You're in better shape than Gurggles. Go ahead, Dave.
How about this one? Who caught the final touchdown pass of Joe Montana's Super Bowl career in Super Bowl 24? Roger Craig, Terrell Owens, John Taylor, or Jerry Rice?
Give me those four again.
Sure. Roger Craig, Terrell Owens, John Taylor, or Jerry Rice?
Taylor.
That's right. John Taylor. Well done.
Yeah. Right there at what is now Hard Rock Stadium. Sweeperoo. In fact, with that,
sweep. That's funny.
we should.
That is a sweep.
That's a sweep. We should just take this to the final. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let me call Ron. Yeah, hold on. I'll call Ron. We'll just make a finals at full.
Yeah. We're going to.
Hold on.
We're going to juice Gurggles and get him back on track here. All right, and I guess I don't know. Should we once again embellish the greatness of
Perdomo Cigars? Why not?
Lubie puts this together. Go ahead.
You got Valentine's Day coming up. So ladies out there, what a great gift for the man in your life. Get a box of Perdomo cigars or the little sampler. 5150 Northwest 167th Street off the Palmetto on the south side, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. And on the weekend, well, you got to go online to www.perdomocigars.com. So this weekend, when Seattle wins by 5 points, put something great in your mouth with a cigar from Perdomo Cigars.
Set for the finals here. Ron's going to go against. How about Andy, man? You talk about. Oh, poor Gurggles, man. I knew we were going to struggle to get to the wire. I've been there, Gurgs. It's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. How many days has this been taking place? You can just give us a number showing.
This is the third day.
Third day. Okay, and notoriously the worst, right?
So I'll buy orange juice and Theraflu and everything today after the show.
Robitussin, my friend. It's the answer for it. You got a bad back? Robitussin.
All right.
Who was the comedian that had that routine? I don't remember. But all right, so we're going to get you through the finals here. And we got a guy coming out of surgery. We got Ron. And here we go. And we got a guy that's got a head cold that's
fighting through
a level of congestion that's coming through the screen. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, Dave. Fire away.
All right, here we go. Boxing. Jake LaMotta defeated world boxing champion Sugar Ray Robinson by unanimous points decision in the second of their 6 meetings. It was his only win of the rivalry. Where was that bout held?
Oh,
Wow,
geez.
that's not easy. All right, choice, please.
Madison Square Garden, Detroit, Chicago, or Philadelphia?
Anybody?
Andy, I'll go with Detroit. Andy, I'll go with
Detroit.
And that's a winner right there.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
Congratulations.
Steve jumps in before Ron even has a chance to make
full
he codes Gurggles. Unfortunate.
A good sweep.
what a combo. We like
Get
it.
well, Gurgs. Get well.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you, gentlemen.
All right,
See you later,
very good. He powered through that, Lubie, huh?
That was fun. Andy was the best he's ever been.
He's never been
He has
in
performed
What
in
drugs are they giving him in there? Gotta be morphine, no? That was a trivia challenge. That was kind of a hybrid version. I'm
Yes.
not sure that wasn't classic right there. With
It was
I didn't
something.
realize how far gone Gurggles was.
No, did not. He didn't say that. He
When
said,
have I ever had to prompt Gurggles through a Perdomo cigar commercial?
oh, no.
And what about those cigars, Steve?
What about this?
Hey, vey. All right, many things on tap here. I do have, like I said, I have my Winter Olympics guide. I was trying to think about what I like and don't like. There's nothing I really don't like. I mean, you don't have to watch it if you think that it's a heavy, heavy saturation of cross-country skiing.
Yes.
Speed skating, is that overdone a little bit?
I used to love it. Again, Dan Jansen, Bonnie Blair was a big deal. After
Eric
Hayden,
he was the Mark Spitz on skates. I mean, standing up.
Yep.
Literally, I mean, you expected him to win and by a wide margin virtually every time he was out there. It was great. Who was the guy in the short track speed skating became kind of a very popular figure there, almost like the Flying Tomato did on ski boarding or whatever.
Oh, Apollo, was it Apollo Antonono?
Yeah, that kid. He attracted some attention. He had
Yes,
some flash.
you're right. That's true. I guess it was past into like the 2000s, but it's been a long time. Again, the Winter Olympics was very interesting for a long time. It's sort of fallen off. Like, I don't know any of the people from any of the sports right now. Like, I feel bad. I hope, because basketball gets sort of in the lulls after the trade deadline.
Well, why isn't basketball a winter sport?
That's interesting.
Why is basketball part of the summer games when it's played
indoors, I guess? Yeah. Or you play it. It's, I mean, you tell me, in the cold, you guys play basketball? Like, I know.
It makes no sense, man.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It was like when the Hurricanes were in the Big East. It was like, there's no other school anywhere near this place. What are you talking about? I'd rather stop at Middle Tennessee State than go all the way up there to Boston College. Get out of here. All right, so I'm looking at this schedule here. I guess it begins even before this. There's stuff going on today, Lubie. I don't know if any of this is a big attraction to you. Let's see what it started out with. And this is on USA Network. No, this is NBC. Has some kind of ice, snow, and glory. What is that? Okay. Well, that's 8 p.m. Or I don't know what the hell that is. What is it? Some kind of ceremony?
Probably some show. Probably trying to get you excited for skating and let you know who the people are, because no one knows who they are anymore.
You might want to cut the show short here today, because in a couple of minutes, mixed doubles curling, U.S. versus Switzerland. That's a big matchup.
Yes. I mean, how do we even have a shot? Like, you would think the cold countries like Canada, Switzerland, Sweden.
Who the hell plays?
Our ass.
Curling here. Did you see a lot of it going on in Minnesota?
Oh, America, we don't do curling.
Well, what'd be happening now? Who's going out in the streets and going curling?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, these countries should kick our ass. We should have no shot against these countries.
How much time do you have to put in to become an expert at that?
No idea.
What the hell is that, man? I guess it's no different than if you were obsessed with bowling like I was at one time. You were too.
Pool, I love bowling. Pool, bowling, some of these things, I guess it's the same thing. It's just learning the stroke. Once you get that down, there's nothing else really gets in your way. It's just you against your numbers.
Is there like a Michael Jordan of the guy that actually chucks down there?
I'm sure. Look, with what is the one? The fake bait, not the fake baseball. The one that's more famous around the world, even though I still don't understand the sport, that can go days, whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, cricket.
Cricket. They have famous people in that. Yes. And I'll never understand that.
Big at some places.
So every sport has someone that's super famous, that's great at. I mean, ping pong. I mean, they all have.
Being a vendor in a game that takes 3 days.
Yeah, that's insane.
Should be able to sell some popcorn.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. All right, we've been trying to take this break. We have a lot to talk about here on the program. Lubie's favorite NBA trade deadline talk, personnel speculation. Donna Ponte resurfaced again. Donna Ponte, remember that name?
I remember that name.
I think she worked with a couple of GMs here, and I'm not sure that she was viewed as a favorable figure. Donna Ponte.
Well, that was a cooks in the kitchen thing. That was when we were with Goldie. Like that was when the Dolphins had like 5 people making decisions.
Yes.
And her name would be thrown in, and everyone would just blame her, even though we didn't know what she did.
She was like a capologist of sorts, or so it seems. A chief financial officer in charge of business and personnel and all of this other stuff. Contracts and negotiations. Apparently, she's a real hard ass. So the Giants brought her in. And she's been around. I mean, after she left the Dolphins, she actually became a league official. So clearly respected for whatever it is that she does. Has academic credentials out the yin-yang, Lubie. But I just remember, I don't think I ever came across her, but it seemed like during her tenure here, fingers were being pointed in her direction, assertions were being made, aspersions were being cast, that she was responsible for some of the negativity that was going on around the Dolphin organization at the time, which I don't recall exactly what the arguments pertain to, but she's back with the New York Football Giants. All right, your man Kristaps Porzingis gets moved. Anthony Davis gets moved. Looks like Giannis Antetokounmpo pretty quiet, Lubie, on the Giannis front. No,
I don't think I said it, and Scoop sort of alluded to it. I don't think they move him, and it looked like they were waiting for the summer. I think they're going to try and hold on to him as long as they can. I mean, the Bucks have not been the team that's trying to help their star out. They want to try and do whatever they can to keep him, and he's not the guy that's going to push for it. Like I just don't. He's definitely not getting moved at the trade deadline. It feels like. And I'm curious if he even gets moved in the summer.
When you're trading star caliber players for prospects, how evident is it that you've thrown in the towel, by the way? And that would be true. Ranger fans are probably in mourning today. Holy Rod Gilbert, what did they do? This was speculated upon, so it came as no surprise when it happened. This Armeni Panarin, who, if you'll recall, when the Panthers signed Sergei Bobrovsky, which certainly in the long run, as much as it was scrutinized in its first year, when Dale Talon was on the threshold, I mean, was there mounting negativity about Dale Talon that went way beyond Mike the Goldie hater, the former caller to our radio show, who used to call in every day and dissect every move that Dale Talon made, even his bowel movements? And I didn't have to go there, did I? That was kind of stupid.
I mean, he did, though. He was weird about how specific he was.
You know what? He's not eating right. That could be the brain dementia. And the diminishing returns we're getting from this man are quite evident. Did you see what this guy did, this Sasha Barkov? No, he was right about a lot of things. But Panarin, I'm not sure exactly the pronunciation. I think it's Panarin because they call him the bread man, as in Panera Bread. So anyway, and he's a great player, and he would have been a real asset to the Panthers had they not signed Bobrovsky. They couldn't do both. They were both high-priced Russian free agents out there, and we ended up, and I thought there was a glaring need, was there not, Lubie, at that time? Tap your memory. Did the Panthers not need a goaltender, like an ace?
Yeah. Remember, he had just been great with the Blue Jackets. Led them to didn't they go to the finals or this?
They made, I believe, the conference finals.
Yeah, and
he was the only guy on their team. He carried them on his back.
It was on his back. Yeah, he was great. Again, it was a good move getting him. It just sucked the first 2 years.
First year, he supposedly, and somebody inside the organization actually mentioned to me that he thought the saddlebags were weighing him down. That he had the fact that he had developed a little bit of a twitch. I thought that was also a factor.
Jersey's favorite thing that he needed LASIK. He
needed some kind of surgery. Couldn't see out of one eye. Ever been a one-eyed goaltender? I don't know. There's probably somewhere along the line there's been a guy. Yeah. He's blind in one eye, like he was Red, the jockey on Seabiscuit. All right, we're going to come back with more. We've had this music kind of droning in the background there for a while, so We're going to come back with more. Lubie's got his NBA analysis. We've got the Winter Olympic Guide, and we'll try and get into some of that. And not that, I mean, does it need any pre-analysis? You would think you need an entire course on what the hell is going to be going on out there. What are we watching? This, this one kid, though, the skater with the quads. What the hell is his name? It's like Melanian or something like that, which is interesting because where's the skating events? Are they in Milan? All this stuff is taking place in Rome, right? Or in and around Rome. Does it spread out all over Italy, Lubie? We don't know. We'll find out. Should be some great countries.
Northern Italy, yeah.
There's Lake Como. Johnny Weird, is he going to be involved in the commentary with Tara Lipinski? I like those two, actually, for their comments. Hard to make up for the loss of Dick Button, though. That would be the one thing. Absolute tragedy that this guy's not a voice on the skating because did he not make it great? I don't know. Did you catch any Dick Button in your day, or was he before your time?
Button's way before my time.
Oh, okay.
Boitano. I saw
like the 1930 Olympic Games.
Boitano. Some of the people you do reference, but Button was before my time.
I'm talking about only as a commentator, not as a skater.
Oh, no, I know him as a commentator. He's an elite commentator. He was fantastic. I just don't know.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have watched him. I mean, you would have had to be at a Joe Louis fight to see Dick Button.
I'm just saying, I know him as a commentator.
At the Cobo Hall. Yeah. All right, we're coming back in a moment. How that? You didn't eat Lucas food, are you? Have you done that? Have you done that thing? You're not doing baby food.
No. Shirley does it. Okay, so it wears me out.
It is weird, yeah. It's 8:40.
Hey, folks, Tony Segreto here. Let me ask you a question. What do you look for when you go out to eat? Good food, obviously. Friendly atmosphere, not too loud, but good energy, reasonable prices, and a place where you feel comfortable. All those ingredients, no pun meant there, are hard to find unless you're talking about the Texas Roadhouse. You see, they encompass all of those attributes. Really, really good food, amazing atmosphere, good for a family, good for a date, or just a night out for yourself, and prices that will make you extremely happy. Their ribs, unmatched. Steaks, hand-cut every day. Everything, and I mean everything, is made on site, including their incredible bread. It's the one day, folks, that you can forget about low-carb diets. Trust me when I tell you, Texas Roadhouse, your restaurant, your destination when you say, where should we go and eat tonight?
From the newly renovated sports bar to the beautiful bayside views captured at the Tiki Bar, Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill has it all. Located at mile marker 104, the Big Chill also offers waterfront dining while experiencing breathtaking sunset views of the Florida Keys. It's simply the hottest spot in the Keys to cool off. That's Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill at mile marker 104 in Key Largo. For more information, call today at 305-453-9066.
Joe Bees. The bees collect the pollen, bring it to Joe, he packages it, and he gets it to you. It's simple, 100% natural, and it's good for you.
There's only one place to get Joe Bees, and that's from me. Joe B.
If you want to look and feel good, call 877-300-5632.
Sinned against you, my Lord.
The only way to get your morning started is with Defo, joined by Lubie, right here on the Defo Show.
All right, welcome back to the show. So, if you're inclined, look, you know you're going to watch a certain amount of this if you're a sports fan. No, it's kind of interesting, some of this stuff. I'm a big fan of the biathlon, as I mentioned the other day, because it's just such a weird event. I don't know if you've ever, and it's not likely that an American conjured that up. Although some guy that's tracking moose in Montana.
I was going to say it could be a Washington State. I'm sure.
Skiing.
Idaho.
It's completely exhausting, Lubie, does it not?
Yes, it's ridiculous. Just the skiing, and then they have to stop and shoot with accuracy, and then ski more, and then shoot more.
Hey, you got a gun? Just a couple of targets out there. What is it? It's like skeet shooting, too. Pull.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Got to be crazy. All right, so this guy, I'm not sure of the pronunciation of his last name. Ilya, it's either Malinin or Malinin, something like that. Mal. Malinin, is that it? He's the skater. He's the quad guy. He does quads like when he gets out of bed, he does a quad. So, and it's amazing. So he's the favorite to win the gold medal. He's an American. You do have, Lindsey Vonn coming back there, and that sparks some controversy.
Okay, so was it an ACL, and was it really like 2 weeks ago that she had an ACL? Like, is that really?
Torn ACL. She's going to be competing on a torn ACL. Not even advisable. I mean, even the ring physician at the Olympic Auditorium would say, no. The track veterinarian at Beulah Park that was in on the fix would scratch this horse. No? Going into the gate. Torn ACL, I can't imagine that that's going to be beneficial to Lindsey Vonn in any way, shape, or form.
Well, how can she even finish the course? Like, our friend Ken, the professor, did text us something. He's not wrong. Of course, he takes the more direct stance, but so isn't she taking a spot of someone that could finish and compete? Like, I mean, I guess how good are they if she's there and there? I don't know. It's just on an ACL skiing. Like, how much could you do?
The toughest of football players are out for 9 months.
Yes, like I don't get. Like, it's constant movement that puts a lot of pressure on your entire body.
How about the knees? You think they take a little beating?
I don't get. I just don't understand.
I mean, when they start bouncing over there, the thing is not smooth. It's not like you're at a ride at Disney World, huh? Where you waited 2 hours to get on it, and it's like a lot of bumps, man. There are rocks, there are all kinds of crazy things. Tree stumps. What are you talking about, woman? That is insane. All right, no, she wins a gold medal. It'll be one of their great heroic stories. No,
well, good.
But you were going to go into it with a bitter taste because you were influenced by the professor.
No, let her finish.
The auspices of she's taking the spot of a more deserving possible medal contender.
Well, it's only because I don't think she's going to finish a race. If she wins a gold medal, then she proves us wrong. That's fine with me. I'd love for her to win a gold medal. I don't see her fit. How on a recently?
I would be worried about her overall health.
Look, I know you miraculously healed an ACL.
No, I never had an ACL.
Okay,
never.
So it was Achilles. Okay, which
I had Achilles and a meniscus.
That's worse. You miraculously healed it. You didn't have surgery, and it was a miracle. And
meniscus, I had surgery.
Thank God.
But it worked.
But I'm just saying, like, it wasn't 2 weeks, like in 2-3 weeks. And then you weren't skiing. You were being smart and being careful to go skiing, and you have to train. So is she skiing day? Like, I'm so confused by the entire thing.
I don't know how you could do it. I mean, everything that we know of a torn ACL, which I've never experienced, would lead you to believe that this would be the last activity. Since it's more inclined to have you tear the other one.
Well, that's the thing.
To have you compete successfully. I don't know. I mean, however she's doing it, that's a big story there.
We'll watch because I'll watch probably more now than before because I just want to see her survive and make through. Like, I want
to see her pull one of these deals. So what was it, Schifrin, who's had like nothing but
Michaela
Schifrin in the Olympics, wins everything else. Right, sets records, has more championships than anybody, but hasn't had great Olympic results. So there's another story for you, Libby.
Yes, there you go.
But we don't have a lot of guys that are any good at this lifetime in history. It's a very short list. Favorite Winter Olympic story, of course, would always be, and we had a chance to meet this young woman, but the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding thing.
Yes.
With the most failed bunch of bozos we've ever seen in trying to rig an event. This Sean Eckert comes ambling out there onto the ring, takes a tire iron and whacks Kerrigan. And not that it's funny that happened, but it's funny in the way that it came about, right? You couldn't have botched this any worse. Jeff Gillooly, quite a character. Tanya Harding, what's she doing? Is she in pro wrestling? I mean, what happened with her? She sort of seemed to take on an adventure around the dark side after that, which you would imagine was appropriate. And then did she redeem herself somehow? Is she now like a darling of the ice skating world? I would think.
No, she was in like Dancing with the Stars. She's like a joke, and she embraced being a joke. I don't think she's taken seriously. She's definitely not commentating on skating, I don't think.
Brian says it's worse. Dr. Brian Schwartz.
It's ruptured. I would completely, but I guess they're trying every modern medicine thing to.
What can you do? I mean, look, they can't get these football players back on the field for 9 months.
Exactly. Why would they do this?
You know how much they want to rush these guys back into action, and you've never seen it. One of the quickest recoveries from the torn Achilles was Aaron Rodgers, actually, right? Where he was back tossing a ball like after a couple. Everybody's different. We know that. I don't know. That threshold of pain of this woman must be insane.
Yes.
So
I don't care how good you can brace it. Like
if she qualified and she thinks she's good enough to go, I would think that she did deserve the spot over some, as perceived by the professor, more deserving person. This is very much like the academic scandal there where they were doing the phony soccer scholarships. And
exactly.
Yeah, and some deserving girl was getting robbed.
That's what I'm saying. Is that what happened? Did they have her compete again, or is she just Lindsey Vaughn? Because I haven't heard. Did she do the U.S.
Aren't
competition?
there qualifying, criteria?
She qualified before this.
Yeah,
and they're letting her hold her spot. Like that's
Right.
what it feels like is happening here. It feels like they didn't make her re-qualify, and then she can't.
No.
Compete, like she qualified before. She's making
How's
a
she gonna
comeback
get off
after
the chairlift?
5 years of retirement. She qualified. Oh, now she hurt herself in some what is it, racing or whatever.
Look, I
She's
can't ski.
qualified.
You can ski, right? I can't ski a lift. I mean, I
ski a
literally
lift.
I go down off the chairlift, and I've fallen and I can't get up. I
know,
look
I
like
love
that
it.
boxer Jimmy Smith, the worst boxer ever.
Eh.
Like falling face forward, and you're thinking, this isn't good. This isn't favorable at all. And then the bunny slope freaks me out. It literally, I can't stop. But you see, Lubie, these are great skiers, all of them. I mean, the challenge they're taking on in these Olympic Games, it should not go unnoticed or taken for granted. It's wicked. And I mean, you see horrific crashes all the time where the guy goes into the fence and then he's just about dangling off the mountain there by one ski's hanging by a thread. They have to airlift the guy out of there. I don't know that it's good to go in that with a. I can't imagine it's a favorable.
they're monitoring her, and he just named things I've never even heard of.
Yeah,
Brian. So I mean, they're not pulling this just out of the rear. They're giving this real, actual thought. I just, at face, it seems weird and a little insane.
Who are the people that are backing this maneuver by her?
I mean, everyone. Look, we're talking about it. When the hell have we talked about downhill skiing?
Freddie Pacheco tried to talk Muhammad Ali out of fighting like his last 5 fights.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
walked away. He said, Muhammad, if you're going to do this, if you're going to go down there and fight Larry Holmes in Vegas, I'm out of here. See you later, baby. I can't let you do this to yourself. All right. Anyway, so that's one of the big storylines. What else? You'll have the international hockey competition. What's cool about that is we know that the guys care.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good. These hockey players, I mean, you talk about a sense of national pride. They will have that on display in this. This isn't just a dream team selling sneakers. These guys are not out there to sell skates. They look forward to this. They petitioned to be able to do it. Wouldn't it be better for a lot of these guys if they took 5 days off around whatever is the midseason All-Star break, which sort of happens at the end of the year? Or then competing like maniacs for 2 weeks. Now, the other guys, they do get a long rest. The people that are not involved on various.
I was saying this is a good thing for the Barkovs, the Kachuks. Marchand was supposed to compete, I think, for Canada. I'm hoping he's not now because he's been flirting.
He played last night. I
know, but he's been flirting with injury, and the Panthers are in a weird spot where they're sort of hovering. Where if they can get Kachuk to be Kachuk and Marchand to be Marchand, then they might be able to make a little bit of a push and get into like a top 5 or 6 seed, which is where they're not going to get to the top, but if they can be in the middle somewhere, they can do a lot of work from there. So and right now they're not even in the playoffs. So I'm okay with Kachuk, whatever, but Marchand's been flirting with it. So I'd rather him stay out of this because it's very demanding, the Olympics. Like these people go all out and they play a lot of games in a very short time span.
Yeah, they go. I mean, there's even a greater division in terms of animosity towards each other than there is when they're skating around in the NHL.
No, the Canada-America thing has become really weird.
Very strange now and exacerbated, of course. Will there be a side bet, Trumpster and the Prime Minister of Canada, who seems to come off very well all the time when we see him?
Turgeon's great. The problem is our guy's not.
Like when he was in the Oval Office there behind or in front of all of that gaudy gold, and he's saying, that's just not true, Donald.
He says it nicely with a smile.
It's a great theory, but there's no foundation in truth. In reality, we're carrying your ass.
Exactly.
And we're about to make a deal with Russia, which maybe you're in favor of. Who the hell knows? I don't know. That gets more bizarre by the day. All right. So anyway, you have a lot of that. I don't know how much time you're going to dedicate to watching it. I guess now that I know that it's on, and this was a bad thing probably, that I got this copy here in my Winter Olympic preview in the New York Post. And they have all of the televised scheduled events and where they're actually airing, which isn't that always a fiasco, Libby? You wanted to see something and it's It's on a channel that you never normally would punch up. I don't know. How often are you on C-SPAN these days?
Never.
C-SPAN. What do they do, man?
Let's talk numbers.
There's going to be a recess of 60 minutes. We'll televise that as they just kind of space around the room there. That's C-SPAN, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. I was thinking CNBC.
House, legislator,
some government stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Meeting in Tallahassee, but nobody's doing anything. The guys with the sheets in the cone shapes over their head haven't even arrived yet to cast the final deciding ballots. Yeah, that's what's on C-SPAN. Do you see yourself ever turning it on? I wouldn't know. I mean, that's going to be one of those audio things for me. Which that was another thing on the old age test. Do you have trouble managing modern day technology? And the answer would be, of course, yes. I don't know. Can I navigate my way through it just enough to be considered lame, or what would you consider that an asset for my chances of living to be 100, according to the survey? I don't know. All right, so we have that, and I wanted to get you off on this a little bit, Lubie, because I know it's your favorite topic. And that is NBA activity, trades, and things of that nature. So this Anthony Davis deal, here's something to consider, Libby. This is what Nico Harrison, his legend is even further cemented now, according to many, as being one of the biggest, I mean, maybe the worst trade in the history of all trades. He literally, though, got like an Ollie Matson deal, where he got back, in essence, now overall 12 players. Now, this was a deal made subsequent to his having traded Luka Doncic, which was met with much disfavor, and it doesn't seem to have worked out. They get a total lockout. They get Cooper Flagg as the number 1 overall pick, who looks like he's going to be every bit.
He's legit, yeah.
He looks better in the pros than he did in college, right? We were talking about that the other day.
He's legit. Yeah, he's legit.
All right, so at this point now, this is what was retrieved and accrued back for Luka Doncic overall. The Mavericks acquired Max Christie.
I mean, sucks. Yeah, the players are horrible.
Middleton. Malachi, what was it? Malachi Branham.
Okay, I don't know.
Marvin Bagley II.
Yeah.
OKC's 2026 first-round pick figures to be pretty low.
Yeah, useless.
Lakers 29 first-round pick.
Which may be good.
The Warriors 2030 first-round pick, but conditional. It has to be outside the top 20.
Okay, so a bad pick.
Suns second-round pick in 26. The
But don't they get? But they get 2 Wizards picks, right? Don't they get 2 Wizards first-round picks?
Because
if they do,
this is what they all overall accumulated.
Okay, if they do, because that's what I saw was that they got 2 Wizards first-round picks. That's the steal of this trade, because the Wizards are going to be bad. Like Davis doesn't play; he's not playing now. Davis doesn't play, and Trey is Trey. So the Wizards are trying, and I give them credit, but the Wizards live in the lottery. So like, whereas all these picks from all these teams that are trying to get Giannis actually are useless, because the Heat are going to always compete, the Warriors are going to always compete. The Wizards don't. So for the Mavs, if you can get 2 Wizards first-round pick, 2 first, and they're not lottery protected, then if you can get 2 studs, then that will make that trade interesting. Now, if you're telling me that they're all picks from other teams, that's a different story. Like, you want Wizards picks.
That's what it looked like. I mean, this was an article I looked at online this morning, CBS Sports line, and this is what they had outlined as what they got back. So it was 3 second-round picks, which they're not totally useless, but it's not like this is some hot commodity, right? A second-round pick. How you do see players that make it from the second round in the NBA have long-term.
Jokic is a second-round pick. I mean, that's what people point to. Gilbert Arenas was at one point, and he lost his mind, but he was an all-star for a long time.
Yeah,
it happens.
So that was it. I mean, it looks like a lot, but it's a lot of nothing, huh?
Yes, no, they didn't get a lot. I was under the impression they got 2 Wizards first-round picks. If they didn't get any Wizards picks, then yes, that trade was useless for the Mavs. That trade sucks. I thought they got Wizards picks.
You have this supposed generational player on your roster, and you have absolute squadooch.
Nothing. Yeah, I thought they were going to compete right away. Davis is hurt all the time. Kyrie is hurt all the time now. Flag's interesting enough where they'll probably be really bad and have Flag, so they could do what these other young teams have done. So it should work for them, but it's by accident. Like they shouldn't have gotten flagged. Like they weren't in a top 5 spot in the lottery. Like it's all been luck out, and that was just as of now, that was a horrendous trade.
What do you think courtside seats go for in Madison Square Garden for Knicks Nuggets? What do you think they were going for last night? Had to be
It's a regular season game.
Pretty hefty price, huh?
Yeah.
Thousands, though. No, I mean, you're not sitting down there next to the coach, or I mean, you're not smelling Mike Brown's breath for less than what, $5,000, maybe less than that. I don't know. But whatever it was, Lubie, whatever it was, and this is hard to say with modern day ticket pricing, including, I believe, my friend Jimmy, who's a big Patriots fan, has the wherewithal to afford and eat this kind of loss, although the wife would never let him get away with it. He was looking into some tickets for the Super Bowl, 20,000 a pop for, I believe that was lower bowl, 20,000 a pop, and you had to buy 2, $40,000. Imagine, Lubie. But you got your money's worth last night in this Denver Knicks game. Yeah, it was a very entertaining game. Went double overtime. Of course, I got sucked in. I was looking at some logic about this guy, Peyton Watson, who's been playing great ball, right, Lubie? So here you have a double overtime game. Peyton Watson's been on fire. He's averaging over 20 points a game his last 10 contests because he's getting into the mix much more for the Denver Nuggets. And what happens? You take over his point total on a recommendation of one of these handicappers, and bingo, Lubie. He goes 0 for 9 from the field in the first quarter or whatever, and ends up with 10 points in a double overtime game where his team scored 127, something like that. So gets back to the old gambling adage. Never listen to anybody but your inner soul and the gods of gambling.
Oh, for sure.
This advice, this was so well thought out by this guy that he convinced me, and I even admitted to stealing this and giving it out as my pick of the day there. Peyton Watson over whatever his point total was, which it had to be somewhere mid double digits. So the 10 points, I'm assuming. I never even looked up what he was supposed to score. And I'm watching the early portion of the game. He bricks a free throw, and I'm thinking, I'm starting to cough like Gurggles. All right, it was a wild session today. I hope you guys had a good time. Lubie, always a pleasure, my friend.
I do not think Giannis will be traded today, and I don't know if he's even going to be traded in the summer. That's where I stand.
Okay, and will he ever then be a member of the Miami Heat? Your percentage of chances now has been lowered to what?
0. I think never.
0.0.
Yeah, no, because if they do just wait for the summer, whoever ends up sucking, Brian just talked about the Rockets getting crushed by a Celtics team that didn't even play their guys because everyone's trying to figure out who they're going to trade for. So they weren't playing people the last game before the trade deadline because they want to have people healthy for the trade deadline.
Yeah.
The Rockets have not been what they were supposed to be. KD was not the cure-all. The Spurs have been very surprising, but they are a young team with a lot of really interesting young assets and lots of picks. And the Thunder are a really good team that have had some issues, and the West is deep. All those teams aren't going to succeed these playoffs. So whatever 1 or 2 teams that don't, like Scoop was saying, there's no reason why they wouldn't then themselves get into the fold for Giannis. Right now, you're a 1 or 2 seed, like the Knicks in the East. It's sort of dumb to try and pull moves because you have a chance of winning a title. Why mess with it? Which I agree with. Once the season happens and you realize, okay, we are short here, we are short there, we're ready to go make a Giannis move. The Heat can't compete. I thought the Heat offer blew away the 4 teams involved. It does not blow. What the Thunder, the Spurs, and the Rockets can do, the Heat can't. I mean, they have so many picks, and they have young players that aren't just, maybe. Like, their young players are legit now. So
Wemby and Giannis out there together?
Exactly. The Heat can't compete with that. So, to me, in the summer, that's when those teams will get involved, and the Heat just don't have a shot. The Heat had to do it now, and that's why they made such an issue with now, because they knew they were the best of what existed now. So I just don't see it happening. To me, you pivot to Ja right now, and you don't give up anything, and you keep a playoff team intact and add a top 15 talent who's a head case, but he's only 26 still. Like, I thought he was 29, 30. He's 26. Like, he hasn't lost anything physically. So anyone who thought
basketball, there's no doubt.
He's if you watch him playing, he's still putting up stats. He's just a head case. Okay, well, Memphis hasn't had a lot of talent for years now. The Heat clearly have a lot of talent because they almost were able to get Giannis with their young pieces alone. If you keep this team intact and bring in Ja, I think they're as good as any team in the East. And then all you have to do is play one West team. So to me,
How do you see if it was Wemby and Antetokounmpo?
I don't know what you do with that. The problem
How
is
does that work? I mean, is that
exactly. They're scary.
Olajuwon?
They're scary, but you'd be giving up one or two of your young guards, which is what I think makes it work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's smart to do it.
To handle the ball, don't you?
Look, to me, I leave the young teams alone. I think the young teams don't need a Giannis. But you know what teams do. Once they fail, they start getting desperate and they start reaching. So whatever of those three teams fails these playoffs, they're probably going to go, okay, Giannis is there. Let's go make a move.
You would think they would always want Wembanyama to be their centerpiece, though.
To me, yes.
That would be, I mean, he's emerged more so than he did last year.
I think he's the MVP candidate.
Yeah, and look, you would think, especially with Popovich having whatever influence he still has on the organization, you would think that he would say, "Hey, listen, man, this is the cat we're going to ride." But I don't know. I mean, if you put those two guys on the court, is that like getting the two big guys at the park?
Yes, and again, they wouldn't get rid of
beat him with a bunch of little white Jewish guards. Come on,
and they wouldn't get rid of all their young guards. So it would actually clean things up between Castle and Harper. So you could then. It would smooth things out. So no, look, you're not going to say no to getting Giannis. It just doesn't automatically. You don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah,
I think the Heat are out of it.
You've been in games, no doubt. You're under the boards mistakenly for a rare time, Lubie, and you think. I mean, you've got dead aim on a rebound. You're the only guy in the territory there. You just everybody's boxed out, and then some animal just comes over right over the top of you, doesn't even foul you, rips the air out of the ball. Halfway breaks your fingers, and now it's their ball. He goes right back up, puts it back in, and you're thinking, Jesus. I mean, it was always better to have like the big guys in those spots. That's for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, the two of those guys together, that's a weird dynamic, isn't it? That's not like, I mean, the big three with Boston when that whole big three thing really sprouted. Those guys were perfect complements to each other in terms of position.
Yes.
So, I mean, look, you had Ray Allen popping from the outside. You got Paul Pierce, who could do a lot of things in the intermediate territory there. And Kevin Garnett, who's under the basket. He's a freaking animal at that time.
Yes.
So that worked. I don't know that it works if you have two guys of that.
I have no idea.
I know Wemby can play, but even Giannis plays outside. He shoots and shoots.
They're the Thunder. Why would you mess with that? The Rockets are the one team that's interesting because they've already started doing it by bringing in Durant anyways. So it's like, all right, you've already started bringing in veterans to try and fix your thing. Why would they be against going and getting Giannis? They also have a lot of really good young players and a lot of picks.
Yeah.
So this was the Heat's time. I don't think the Heat get Giannis, and I think if you're smart, you pivot now because the Grizzlies are clearly just starting from scratch.
They're dumping players, yeah.
And you could get Ja for nothing. Again, I don't know if Ja guarantees anything. I don't know what he's going to be, but for what they're talking about, what you could get him for, why not? If you can get him,
it'd be interesting. Yeah,
Rozier and the Fontenecchio kid, and maybe a second or some stupid pick, like why not?
Massage his fragile psyche.
Yeah, he's been great at that. That's what Spo's good at these days. Yeah. Is like guys that no one thinks can still do it or could do it ever.
Magically, he buys into Heat culture somehow and decides, you know what? It's time for me to straighten my act out.
Well, he's made it clear he wants to go to Miami, so he understands what Miami is. And look, to me, if you're a great player and you've fallen apart and everyone forgets you and then you get traded, what else is more humbling than that? Like, to me, that would be the thing that would, and what better place to like wake your ass up. Yes, I know Miami's a horrible place for him, the partying and blah, blah, blah. But I always find that dumb because every city in America, even
if you're an NBA player, you can party.
Has bars and has clubs. And nowadays with social media and with dating sites, you can find women. We were in Houston when I was recently divorced.
Yes.
And I did very well in 3 days. Me. Like you're telling me these guys can't like, come on. So that's my thing is I stopped worrying.
You disappeared quite a bit.
I met like a few different women that time.
And it wasn't like you were going to see a Joel Osteen.
The dating apps are amazing, especially if like you're famous. Like, so again, Ja to me could do whatever the hell he's doing it in Memphis. Memphis is a great food town. No one hears about Memphis as a party town. He's ruined his career in Memphis. So they're going to, Miami is gonna, to me, it's Miami is an organization that's stable with veterans on the team and is a very interesting group in a conference that sucks. So where would he be better off? Again, it's not guaranteed. He's a head case. Yeah. But to me, what you're probably gonna have to give up at this point, Giannis it's just not happening. The Bucks aren't going to give away their meal ticket. They're just not.
Yeah. No, that was the scenario. It seemed most likely, according to most of the stuff that I was reading about it. So, turned out some of those guys actually knew what they were talking about. All right, Lubie, we have to get out of here. A lot of fun being with you and with everybody. We thank Dave Gergely for meddling his way through what seemed like a disastrous case of a head cold. Wow, I mean, he was in no more condition to do that than Tex Cobb was to answer the bell for the 15th round against Larry Holmes. All right, we'll get out of here. Well, we'll see you next time. Another obscure boxing reference just to get people thinking. Tex Cobb might have been the toughest cat of all time in boxing history. And did I ever send you the clip of the guy who lost his hairpiece in the ring?
Oh, I
I
don't
put
know.
it up on Facebook. Even Brad Jacobs said he'd never seen anything like that.
That's crazy.
That was unreal. All right, we'll see you guys next time as we leave you know that.
The time.
It's 9:08.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Look what they done to my